Hi everyone! Welcome to Artsonia's After School Art Club. Today we have a fun art project from Jane Tenbrook, an art teacher from Michigan. Hope you enjoy the video and don't forget to have your artwork uploaded to your Artsonia gallery.
Hello, this is Jane Tenbrook, elementary art teacher from Van Buren Public Schools in Belleville, Michigan. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super cute frog sitting on a lily pad. Now, the inspiration for this project comes from one of my favorite artists of all, the Impressionist Claude Monet, and this book. Now, Monet painted lots and lots of things. I don't think he ever painted a frog, but the author of this book, Geraldine Elshner, has a little fun with Mr. Monet's story. He used to go out every day and paint pictures of the lily ponds and his Japanese bridge, and in this story, there is a frog that hides on every single page, plays a little game with Mr. Monet. If you get a chance to get to the library, make sure you check it out. Even if you don't have the book, even if you've never heard of Mr. Monet, you are going to love this project. All you're going to need is a piece of white paper, a piece of green paper, or some white paper that you can color green for the lily pad. You will need a pair of scissors. You will need a glue stick or liquid glue, either one. You're going to need some kind of paint. I'm going to be using my tempera paint. You could use watercolors or any kind of paint you have. And I'm going to use oil pastels, but you could do this just as beautifully using crayons, whatever you've got at home. Of course, if you're going to paint, you're going to need some water and some paint brushes, 2 different sizes. Just for the little parts, a little brush, and the big parts need a big brush. Go ahead and gather your supplies and we'll get started in just a moment. All right, now that we're ready to begin, I've got my white piece of paper and I am going to be drawing with a green oil pastel, kind of a traditional frog color. You can use any color you want. You could even use crayons or markers or pencil and eraser if you like. Here goes. I'm going to start drawing my frog in the center of my paper and I'm going to make a big letter U. Now I press kind of hard because I want the oil pastel to show through when I paint later. It's up to you how the effect you want to get. So decide beforehand if you're going to paint it, press hard. If not, you don't have to. At the top of each line, or each end of the line that makes the U, I am going to put a circle. And the circle should go a little past the edge of the U on each side. Big froggy eyeballs. Now to connect those eyeballs, those circles, I'm going to draw a little bridge, a curved bridge just like Claude Monet's Japanese bridge in his garden. The next thing I'm going to do is to add a smile. Now you could change it out if you want and maybe use pink. Since it's kind of a cartoon frog. I don't think frogs really have pink mouths, do they? Oh, maybe. I'm going to use some yellow to make a belly on the frog. Frogs are light colored on the bottom and dark colored on the top. I'm going to go back to my green to draw the frog's legs. Now he's sitting down and we only see his back legs, and they're going to look kind of like a capital D at the bottom of each side of the U. Watch this. Some artists think those look like an ear. So if that helps you out, go ahead and make a couple of ears down towards the bottom of your frog. Now where the bottom of the ear touches the U, we're going to make 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to connect those lines with a tiny little bridge at the bottom. There's a bridge, and there's a bridge. There's one froggy flipper. Let's do the same thing on this side. 3 lines, 2 bridges, and we have a flipper. Now we're almost done, but we need to add some pupils to our cartoon frog. For that, I'm going to get some black oil pastel, and I am going to draw a smaller circle inside the big green circle. Let's do that for the other side. Inside those black circles, I'm going to draw a small oval in the top corner and a big oval in the bottom corner. Now bear with me, I know it looks funny, but it's going to look like a beautiful cartoon eye in just a moment. A small oval here and a big oval here. Next, I'm going to color in the black circle, but not in the ovals. Look at that. Is that not the cutest little froggy eye you've ever seen? Okay, maybe not. Yours is probably much cuter. There we go. Next step, add the paint or add the color. Do you really think I can paint that fast? Nah, that's just a special camera trick I use to speed it up a little bit. The cool thing I like about painting this frog is that I can go out of the lines because in a little bit I'm going to be cutting him out. Now our next step is to put our frog aside and let him dry. And we're going to work on cutting out the lily pad next. All right, now to create a lily pad, we're going to make a big squashy oval. Now I've got my green paper here. It's pretty big because I want that lily pad to be bigger than my frog. If you can't get your hands on green paper, don't worry. You can always paint a piece of paper green, or you could have a different colored lily pad. Now I'm going to go back to my dark green oil pastel, and then I'm going to draw kind of a squashy oval, like I imagine a lily pad to be. Now lily pads are leaves, and so they have veins that take the nutrients to the outer part of the leaf. So I'm going to draw those kind of coming out from that dent in the top, and then maybe add a little more color. What do you think? Looks kind of like a big green pumpkin, doesn't it? The one thing we're going to do to make this not look so pumpkin-y is we're going to do kind of a wedge, maybe a slice of pizza shape that we're going to cut out when we cut out our lily pad. It makes it totally look like a lily pad. So I'm going to go grab my scissors and cut out my lily pad. Don't forget to cut out that slice of pizza shape and let that go with your scraps. There you have it, a beautiful lily pad, just waiting for a frog to come and sit on it. While we were working on that lily pad, our frog got nice and dry. Well, pretty dry, dry enough for cutting out. If yours isn't dry yet, you could go outside and play, or maybe do your chores, maybe read a good book about Claude Monet or frogs, and then when you come back, it'll be all dry and ready. Just about done. And there we go. So, Mr. Frog, sit here. We'll get rid of these papers, put them in our scrap. And then we will put some glue on the back of Mr. Frog. I like to say I'm going to paint the back with glue. That way, I know I've got to really cover my paper so it'll stay on there. Now, when I put my frog on, I think I want him peeking off the top just a wee bit. So I am not going to put glue past his eyeballs. So we'll paint the back with glue, make sure we get some on those froggy flippers. We don't want them curling up and falling off. And then I decide where my frog would be happiest. I think right here. Yes, he looks happy there. And there we go. Ta-da! Wasn't that fun? Didn't you have a great time drawing that frog and gluing it on your lily pad? I hope you had enjoyed it as much as I did. Now that you're done, you can hang it up in your house for a decoration, give it to someone a gift, maybe make some more frogs. And if you get a chance, go ahead and look for Where is the Frog? The book about Claude Monet and our very own frog by Geraldine Elshner. Thanks for watching. Go out and be creative today.